Hello, Facebook, YouTube, and X. This is Roman D'Angelo, and welcome to Vapor Vines. I figured I'd start today's stream off with a 510 cart review. Got a cart right here. As you can see, it's fresh. I only took like 2 or 3 hits off it. It's the strain Blue Raspberry. So let me look it up on Leaf for you here real quick. Blue raspberry, also known as blue raz, is a potent hybrid marijuana strain believed to originate from raspberry kush. While little is known about this mystery strain, it's commonly found in cartridges, and consumers say that it produces easygoing effects that are uplifting and enjoyable. Blue raspberry offers a sweet flavor profile with skunky undertones. Medical marijuana patients choose this strain to help relieve symptoms associated with pain and headaches. Growers say blue raspberry has a flowering time of about 10 to 12 weeks. When cultivated indoors, we're still learning about the flavors and effects of this strain. If you smoked or dabbed or consumed blues raspberry, tell us about your experience by leaving a strain review. It's rated 4.6 on Leafly, and I'm about to take a hit of it here.
Marijuana.
Hey there, Blue.
Hey, let me fix you. Is that better?
Yeah.
I am smoking on OG Kush Biscotti. I'm calling it OG Kushcotti. But that's not its name.
Yeah. It's pretty stony. I'm already getting a head change off one hit. It has like a blue raspberry undernote, but it's very faint. Like you get it on the exhale, but not so much the inhale. It's it's a very faint, like I would say it's almost candy like. It reminds me of like a hard candy or something.
Did you set up your X yet?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, what you want to do is you want to be on X on a regular basis and go to follow a bunch of people like weed people and wrestling people, and then comment on their videos. And once you start getting followers, then you can start doing stuff on X.
I'm hanging out on X and engaging in the conversation. Like I I just followed High Times like about 15 minutes ago. In fact, they gave me the story about CBD being legalized in Japan. So, um, yeah, CBD is being legalized in Japan as we speak. They're modifying the Marijuana Control Act after 20 years.
Did you talk about the beached whales in
No,
Australia?
no, I haven't yet.
160 whales beached themselves in Australia. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, and 27 of them died. But over 100 volunteers showed up to help push the whales back into the ocean.
Oh, okay.
Now, this coincides with something that I heard like 3 or 5 days ago that our world went into a bit of a pole shift. I don't know what they meant, whether they meant just like this or just like this. I'm pretty sure it didn't do a full thing.
The
But Even if the pole just barely shifted a little bit,
the pole shifts.
that would move where the moon is, and that's how the whales guide themselves. So it would make sense if that were the case, why the whales would have beached themselves literally like 3 or 4 days later.
The pole shifts like 7 or 8 degrees every time the Earth wobbles in rotation. So, there's always a
so
slight
it's a regular
shift
occurrence, like maybe every few years or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. Well, then that makes sense. Anyways, I just came in to do a hit with y'all.
Let me get a hit of that.
The OG Kushkati?
Yeah, let me get a hit of that.
All right.
Did you hear that rumor about George Lucas coming back to Star Wars?
No, I didn't.
Somebody close to Lucasfilms says that George Lucas might be returning to Star Wars. Even if he returns, I doubt he can fix the mess Disney made of it. I really doubt he can fix it.
The only way you could fix it is to try to blend the two universes. Try to blend the Disneyverse with the old school Star Wars, and that would just bastardize the entire product. But that's the only way he would be able to come out of it, because Disney has already made all that shit canon. So if they're bringing him back, I don't know. Maybe they're bringing.
I think they should just erase the sequel trilogy and start over.
Yeah. They're making too much money off the Mandalorian and Baby Grogu.
The Mandalorian is in the extended universe, and it's in the original trilogy timeline. It's not in the sequel trilogy timeline.
Okay.
It's supposed to fall before after Empire Strikes Back, but before Return of the Jedi is where it's supposed to be, I believe. Oh wow, that's gassy ass dab.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Nice.
It's stony too. Oh wow.
Yeah, well, it's gonna taste like OG Kush and biscotti.
I am getting kind of like a cushy, like turpentine type of taste off of it. Nice. It's kind of good. Yeah, I like that stuff. That stuff's really good. They should put that in a cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Later, Roman. Later, YouTube.
Later, Blue. What else can I talk about? Oh, yeah. I mentioned a couple of days ago that there were several women they could have put the world title on besides Becky Lynch. The immediate alternative is Liv Morgan. I think she should have got the belt. She's the most marketable woman they got. But, you know, they're going to do what's poison for the ratings, I guess, because Triple H is a big fat mark. And wrestling Twitter is probably going to get pissed off at me for pointing that out, but I don't even give a fuck. All you motherfuckers on X that sit around and talk about wrestling all day, you need to get a life and you need to get laid. I don't even care who you choose to get laid with. If you want to get laid with a man, go ahead. But it's like you need to get laid by something. Something other than your horse or your dog. Let me take another hit here. But Scotty, OG Kush, I'm gonna have to give about a 3. This blue raspberry, however, on Leafly, it's a 4.6. But I'm not gonna let that. I'm not gonna let that influence what I think of it. From 1 to 5, I would put blue raspberry at. Let me take a hit here. You know what? The added bonus of watching me die. Well, I'm gonna have to give this one a solid 5. I like the high. I like the flavor. It's doing it all. It's doing it for me all the way around. I think
I think this is even better than the one last week. Which, now that I think about it, this high is much more pronounced than the one last week. I was kind of wound up, and yeah, I was high, but I wasn't as pain killed as I am right now. So this one definitely a better cart than last week's cart. And with that, I think I'm gonna sign off. This is Roman D'Angelo signing out.